The last 5 years at Nutrabaits have been an absolute blur. Since taking over back in 2017, when it fell on bad times, it's been an absolute blur. As my time using Nutrabaits dates back to the late 80s, going down to the Nutrabaits factory, collecting bait, having bespoke bait made, home rolling myself. We had advice off Bill and the rest of the guys in the factory, school friends that used to work at the factory. It's just always been a part of my carp fishing life, Nutrabaits. Didn't know anything else. Yeah, around about 2015, Nutrabaits were sold on to another company. Bill took a back seat, and unfortunately that didn't work out. So 2017, I got a phone call. I'm a long time user of Nutrabaits. I've always used it in all my fishing. It was going into liquidation. I couldn't see that happening. What would I use in my own personal fishing? Trigger, big fish mix, and the rest of them. How could you live without those? So I was in a lucky position to be able to buy it out, save it from receivership and going forever. And as you can see, we've dragged it kicking and screaming to the 21st century. Jason's on board now, Jason Callahan. Jason's somebody I've known through fishing locally. He doesn't live too far away from me. His knowledge of fishing and the fishing industry and bait has been a great help. I've always rolled my own bait from years and years ago, always experimenting, and it's just great having somebody to sound ideas off with. Everything from raw ingredients to liquids, sourcing new products. It's just exciting times. Regarding investment, we looked at what other companies were doing throughout Europe, not just in the UK, and Nutrabaits needed massive investment. It needed everything fetching in-house. There were certain things outsourced. Everything for quality control needed bringing in-house. Ingredients are bought from all over the world, but actual manufacturing needed to be 100% in-house, and now it is. Everything's here. We've invested from liquid blending machines into bottling machines, bagging machines, latest update and rolling machines that's capable, and this is the big thing, capable of rolling our base mixers. Because as you know, our base mixers are a pain in the backside to roll. And we weren't willing to alter the base mixers in any way. And after lots and lots of advice by oiling manufacturers, the experts in the industry, they all advised on the way to move forward with steaming. We didn't believe it because all we was fetched up in was boiling. That's the British way, boiling. But after tests and samples and being sent test machines, we realised it was just, that's the way we had to go. The baits are so much better. On top of taking all the base mix baits back to the original and very best, it just takes it that next step further. And you're probably seeing that with the catch reports out there. With the investment in the steamers, which are from the human food industry, the big steamers capable of doing, we've got 3 big steamers capable of doing 70 plus kilos each. The steam times are not much higher than the actual boiling times. But what came with this were again a modern designed supply and extract system throughout the factories. We've got it in the drying room to speed drying up. It's all internal, actually in the factory, so we've got temperature controlled drying areas so we can control getting the moisture out of the bait. We're on the steamers, we've got big extract systems getting shut to the steam. We've got aircon units near the steamers to regulate the temperatures up in the rolling department and make it nice and comfortable for lads working in here. And skipping back to the rollers, it took us months of trials and trialling different type of rolling machines to be able to roll our baits, purely because our baits are hard to roll because of the quality ingredients. We weren't willing to cut back and accept second best by accepting a different type of rolling system that's more readily available in the market. The rollers we've got have been bespoke made to suit our base mixers. The quality ingredients have been returned to the original and very best throughout every single range in the factory. And in the future, this won't change. We're already making plans for another rolling line to cope with the demand. That's already in the design process. Hopefully it'll be landing with us in March, April next year. Steamers we're looking at even more steamers in the factory. New employees will be joining over the coming months. Moving on to the drying rooms. We've got a drying room that's capable of holding 2 tonne in a regulated temperature, which has fetched the drying times down by half. We have got another drying room to source. We've got to build another, and that investment will continue year on year. Our mission from the very start has always been quality over quantity and profit. As we've taken everything back to its original and very best, as the catch reports show, and over the future nothing will change on this. We're constantly trying to source the latest ingredients, we're searching the world for the very best stuff. And there'll be exciting times ahead where myself and Jason will be sourcing and producing high quality baits for you as anglers to achieve your goals and your dreams.